Antisocial activity. Antisocial is such a word where it has anti, signifying the opposite of something. Anti is always opposite to something. So it is always used with a hyphen, with a small dash, small hyphen. Indication of that it shows that anything which is going on against it, whatever is happening against it. For example, if current trend is considered, anti-COVID factors that can also be used. The sense changes to the opposite of what is meant for. So next word will always define us for what purpose anti can be used. Anti is a prefix word. Okay. Are you able to hear me? Jay, could you please take the photograph once again because Abhishek Sarwad has joined in now. This is the topic of this particular class. Convey me through chat or
Ma'am,
something.
I will take a screenshot after 10 minutes, ma'am, because everyone will join. Maybe someone will join.
No, once joined, it's fine. Somebody will skip off. Now just convey me, Jay, if I reduce the font size, will it be appearing normal for you? Jay, is it fine now? This font size or this zoomed work is okay
Yes, yes, ma'am, it's fine.
because I can cover maximum part. Students, from address is fine according to the questionnaire. From address is fine. Write a letter to the editor of the Hindu on the fear that is spreading among people due to their anxiety over the widespread terrorism in the world. Give suggestions to curb such antisocial activities. You are Vikram or Varsha. Will this from address accepted?
Ma'am, if they have given the name, then we have to write the name, no?
Where? Here. From the from
From.
address? No, Jay. फ्रॉम एड्रेस में कभी नाम लिख ही नहीं सकते. सपोज तुम लिख रहे हो ये लेटर, जय नारंग, एग्जामिनेशन हॉल, दिल्ली, पिन कोड. यहाँ पे आपका नाम जैसे हम पहले लिखवाते थे, इसीलिए हाई स्कूल डेफिनेशन दिया था मैंने. जब भी हम सिखाते हैं लेटर को, उसमें फ्रॉम एड्रेस में नाम नहीं आता है. अकॉर्डिंग टू द राइटिंग स्किल पैटर्न आई एम टेलिंग यू जय. अगर लिखोगे तो मार्क्स कट नहीं होंगे लेकिन सर्कल जरूर होगा. तो एट द एंड में आपका नाम डिस्प्ले रहता है. ये राइटिंग स्किल का एक पैटर्न है. एक्चुअली में हम ये फॉलो ही नहीं करते क्योंकि एनवलप में आता है फ्रॉम एड्रेस ऑन द मेन पार्ट ऑफ द एनवलप एंड द बैक साइड इट कंटेन्स sorry, to address comes on the main part of the envelope, front part, then the back side of that envelope contains from address. जब हम लिखते हैं एक पेपर में और सीखते हैं, इसका एक पैटर्न दिया जाता है. तो ये आता है ग्रामर एंड कंपोजिशन पैटर्न के हिसाब से. और जो प्रेजेंटेशन आता है उसमें पर्टिकुलरली क्या रहता है, कहाँ पे कॉमा मिसिंग है, कहाँ पे पैटर्न यानी कि कौन सा वर्ड पहले आना चाहिए. अगर पूरा घर का एड्रेस लिख रहे हैं तो उसमें भी कैसे लिखते हैं. अभी फॉर एग्जांपल एग्जामिनेशन हॉल तो क्वेश्चन में दिया नहीं गया, पर क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग, अपने घर का एड्रेस दे सकते हैं. जय, आपके घर के एड्रेस, क्या घर का एड्रेस बताओ मुझे.
Gachin Colony near BLD Road, Ambabani Temple.
near BLD
BLD Road.
BLD road. That's it. अच्छा, बीजापुर का गच्चिन कट्टी कॉलोनी दिल्ली में चला गया। विजयपुर तो ठीक है, नाम नहीं चेंज कर सकते। हाँ, you can change the place name either. My changes will be seen, students.
No, ma'am, it's increasing day by day.
What? नहीं, जो चेंजेस मैं लेटर में कर रही हूँ अभी, एड्रेस आपका ऐड कर रही हूँ ना, वो एडिशन आपको दिखाई पड़ता है जूम में?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, that would be fine. So गच्चिन कट्टी कॉलोनी नियर बीएलडी रोड विजयपुर। अभी इसमें चेंजेस क्या आएगा, नियर बीएलडी रोड को पहले नहीं रख सकते, यहाँ पे नहीं रख सकते, फिर गच्चिन कट्टी कॉलोनी नहीं बोल सकते, नियर बीएलडी रोड गच्चिन कट्टी कॉलोनी। तो एड्रेस में पहला कम कौन सा आएगा, हमेशा कॉलोनी इंडिकेशन पहले आता है। then you will go, then we have to write the most, यानी कि है नैरो लेन के हिसाब से, यानी कि पहले आपका घर किधर है, फिर घर से बाहर जो रोड आता है वो रोड का कोई लोकेशन या लैंडमार्क है वहां पे आता है। तो ये पैटर्न रहता है। ये फ्रॉम एड्रेस हो गया। डेट ठीक है, whether the date is fine, students? Date is fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure. Check once again. Akash, अभिषेक, डेट करेक्ट थी अभिषेक का? सब्जेक्ट करेक्ट था? डेट करेक्ट था अभिषेक का? अभिषेक, अक्षता, डेट करेक्ट था? डेट रॉन्ग मैडम। ओके, रानी, डेट ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತಪ್ಪದಪ್ಪಿ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ? ಮೊದಲು ಡೇಟ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ನಾನೇ। 2021, fine. Either current date or any past date can be accepted. चलो, from address, the editor, the Hindu, New Delhi. अभी न्यू दिल्ली है तो it can reach to New Delhi. Instead of New Delhi, we can put it Bangalore, which is nearest to Hindu is supplied there also, here also. Main head office or the regional office we can consider. Subject is fine, students? According to the questionnaire, is the subject fine? Quickly respond with raised hand or no. Respond. Swati, Soumya, respond me. Neha, okay. Girish, Megha, Humbard, okay, that's good. Only 2 hands raised. Others believe that it is not correct. Quickly respond, students. Very less time I'm giving you for this particular class. Today I'm going to send terrorism T capital.
No, ma'am, it's correct.
Okay. Terrorism, Abhishek is telling terrorism has to be capital. Should be. Quickly respond. Jay's voice is very clear.
No, ma'am.
It's not required, right? Reason, Jay? Terrorism capital ಇರಬೇಕು ಬೇಡವೋ? Terrorism
I think so, no, ma'am.
Yeah, it's correct. First of all, in between capital T, it is fine, Abhishek, it is fine in the heading part, fear of terrorism. This particular caption headings will be there, subheadings will be there. That time we can fix out by putting capitalizing each word, but none of the prepositions in between will be contained with capital letter. Clear? Punctuation is very important for writing skill. Every letter I am repeating the things what repeatedly students go for writing wrong. If you're not writing one letter properly, see, then when practically everything I'm going to take, you will be banged nicely. And I'm carefully telling you, especially for the caption headings, the main part of the letter which may be having preposition in between, and that will never be having a capitalization. But the other word or other part of the that particular heading will be capital. Suppose fear of terrorism, and the heading goes with this, and society issues. Society issues in the sense implications on the society. Fine. Now in between there is a conjunction. This will never be capital. This should be small. In between an article and preposition is used. It will never be capital. Especially this is mattering when your functions are also going on in the college. Any private function or any college function. Certain things are there which easily students accept it. Oh, this is there, it should not be done. That is there, it should not be done. Or things are taken so grantedly that एक kind में अगर capital आ गया तो क्या जाएगा? It's not that easily we are accepting things. It is only thing is we don't want to understand conceptually proper, and we don't want to present it properly. Implications, that means prabhava. This particular implication is the main part that is affecting the society. So this will be capital. Other part, if you are using an article, preposition or conjunction, you have small letter. Fine. Clear? Except J, all others. Raise your hands and send me the message. Now, content part of the letter. Whenever we start writing the letter sir, comma, you can write it as sir or madam, because Mr. Hindu as an editor, we may not be knowing. This is the best thing you need to follow instead of depending on dear or respected. Fine. And after salutation, leave a line. We should never near it with the next line. Through this letter of mine, I wish to express my concern. Last class, I told you there was a different word. Through the columns of your esteemed weekly or newspaper, the letter was started with that. But this time, this particular line is very important. If you are making notes of every class, every 3 classes in a day, you people are engaging, see that students, whichever the class you are attending, go on making notes. If the teacher is stressing on certain things in your own language, copy them, make a note making activity, so that this particular class you have attended and these many things you have grasped and should be followed always. Let it be any subject, this should be followed by you. What happens? You sit for the class, you go for the Zoom meeting, and teacher is telling the important factors relating to the subject matter. But students, what they do, they only listen. There is no activity through hand or pen. This activity again remains your learning ability weak. What you have to do is keep a note making activity, maintain a small book or a bunch of paper, bind it, and when I'm stressing it, sir or madam, respected or dear, एक note का रखो या फिर एक ये भी कोई भी एब्रीविएशन फॉर्मेट में हाँ ये एक्सेप्ट करना है, ये एक्सेप्ट नहीं करना है, ये फॉलो करना है, ये नहीं फॉलो करना है। ये अगर नोट मेकिंग कंटिन्यूअस रहेगा तो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस सक्सेसफुल होंगे। ये वन वे, क्योंकि नेक्स्ट टाइम अगेन यू डोंट हैव पेशेंस और वी डोंट हैव पेशेंस टू टेल यू सर्टेन थिंग्स particularly in the flow of learning time only we need to perfect it. So last class, through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. This class, through this letter of mine. This line you have to by heart, mug up nicely, make it an imprint in your mind, engrave it like anything, because these words are read by those English teachers who are checking your answer paper tomorrow. Certain words are very much fixed. So kindly follow them blindly without any doubt. These are like a formulas for letter writing. Through this letter of mine, I wish to express my concern over the widespread fear caused in the minds of people because of growing terrorist activities all over the world. The concern is for all over the world, right? Her concern, he is coming, Vikram, or what is her name? Varsha. This concern of this particular problem is a very uh, is something where the area is covered from worldwide. The thought process of this particular person is going for the whole world, not just his place. Second paragraph. First paragraph is completely highlighting the particular subject line what you have written. ये याद रखो. What you write in your first paragraph, completely highlighting and introducing about what you are going to write the letter. Today I am going to send a homework. Second paragraph is about explanation of the subject line, which is already described for you. If you are connected to the classes, lively from mind, you will remember it. Terrorism as a method to achieve political aims has become a worldwide phenomenon. What does the line says? Terrorism as a method to achieve political aims. One way, positive politics or negative politics. There are two phases for the political system prevailing in every country, dear students. Politics has to be played in a positive way so that the people living in any country should be uplifted for their standard of living as well as country's development. So citizens of any country are mattering a lot. But what these political systems, that is the political parties, what they are doing, they are using this terrorism as a weapon to achieve their political aims. ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಿಕತ್ತಾರ, ತಮ್ಮ ಸ್ವಂತ ಆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಕೊಳಿಕತ್ತಾರ. Terrorism as a method to achieve political aims has become a worldwide phenomenon. Factor, phenomenon, there are different meanings for this phenomenon, factor or acceptance, like that. However, the shameful and hideous terrorist attack on the Twin Towers in the USA, the has to be used behind USA, okay, behind the United States of America or the USA, both are correct, has given terrorism a new dimension because it was a large scale attack. Large, more than that large word, the attack was there, it was so severe. The daring assault on the dignity and prestige of one of the largest democracies of the world. Daring assault, andre assault means harm somebody, okay. Daring yakantandra, there was a very bold approach to attack somebody. Suppose a person is killing somebody and he is very confident about doing it without any fear or shame. I am going to do it. I want to kill people. I want to disturb the lives of that particular country. This is quite daring. And such a daringness is never beneficial for anyone. The daring assault on the dignity and prestige of one of the largest democracies of the world. Democracies means here um, the American democracy, students. Okay, American democracies of the world. America is also is a part of democracy where presidential rule is there, but people have large scale way to express their views, though it is ruled by a president of the country. Largest democracies of the world has shattered the faith of people completely. What is worse, it has left religious fanaticism behind as its offspring. Now, why did I take such a letter, dear students? This is the same topic I'm going to give as a homework for you. Okay? Because there are certain words which are ruling the whole letter. Yes or no? The whole letter has many 500 kgs or 10,000 kg of words are there, which are not commonly used. But still, how the implication goes, that is mattering. What is worse? Worse, you understand, it has left religious fanaticism. Fanaticism means fantasies. Religious because these terrorists are coming from basically those community people who believe Islam, and Islam is somewhere Islam is a community or has certain faiths where they want other people, or they believe this particular aim and motto is only for some independence, jihad, what they call, what we commonly have heard about. So it has left religious fanaticism behind as its offspring. The widespread communal riots as a fallout of these terrorist activities in India has instilled a great fear. Students, the questionnaire told us about the worldwide implication. Now, Mr. Vikram or Varsha is penning down about the communal riots happening within the country as well. So, from broader concept to narrow concept, that means all over the world and coming to our country's point of view. The widespread communal riots means dhandli ಆಗ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಗದ್ದಲ, those community fights we can say. Communal riots as a fallout is a phrasal verb of these terrorist activities in India has instilled, whenever they happen, fallout means something happening, instilled a great fear in the minds of common people, as it is in the crossfire of political game. That means, as it is in the crossfire of political game, it is always the common man who suffers the most. People ruling in any country will always exercise this particular terrorism activities for their political gain. So it is frankly told here how common people is going to affect. Not elaborately, but just telling it is always the common man who suffers. One who depend their own bread, their own living based on the bread and butter of one particular person. We are common people. Stringent methods. That means now the concluding part of this letter has certain exercise that what way you can suggest. The whole letter's questionnaire was for suggest certain things. Okay, suggest, give suggestions to curb, to stop. Curbing means to stop. Stringent methods must be taken to restore peace and harmony in the country. One must keep the interests of the nation above the interests of the community or the individual. खुद का नहीं सबका सोचो, मीन्स अपना नहीं सबके लिए जो बेनिफिट है वो करो. Sanity must prevail. Sanity means cleanliness. Sanity must prevail at all costs. Cleanliness in the approach of the political system. When you have transparency in whatever you do, people believe you, people keep trust. Otherwise, as we are going through right now, or before COVID, the situation was the same. So transparency, if it is there, if we tell always honesty, if we behave always honestly, things will not happen. Once it is read by Mr. Editor, and I allow Mr. Editor to read my letter. So I end up my letter writing with thanking you, because he has spared this much of time. English is a very chivalrous language where through words, through ending points, you show your gratitude. That's why I had skipped it and gave you an idea. Once the person has gone through with whatever I have written, I thank him imbibely for reading the letter. Then you write yourself, telling about yourself. Yours truly or faithfully, both are accepted here. Thank you for the day. This will be the content part of your homework, students. I'm ending the class right now. Content part of the letter is the same. Terrorism will be your first topic. Roughly in a rough page, just pen down your ideas. I would like to start your homework from directly the salutation. Don't write from address, to address, date, etc. Clear? Only about this topic, the subject matter has to be corrected. Use your own words and send me before 2 o'clock. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thank you, Jay. Take good care of yourself and your family. Bye bye.